Right after Game 3 in the post-game interview, Kyrie Irving gets asked about Luka Doncic. Basically, the reporter was saying the great game by Luka. How does it feel for him to respond back in this way that he did? Kyrie Irving gave an answer that I don't want to say is entirely wrong. It's just the context and then the timing of it. Putting both of those things together, it could come across as premature in my opinion. Like a little bit too soon to be saying that. I'm going to play y'all the clip so you can fully understand what I'm talking about. And then from there, I'm going to break down some other things as you hear his response. So without further ado, here we go.
Kyrie, Dave McMahon with ESPN. You're so familiar with it, what it's like to be in the eye of the storm, playing at the ultimate stage in the NBA. That said, how would you describe Luka's response tonight?
I think he made a few people eat their words in a healthy way. I'll say that in a healthy way. I don't want to curse up here or anything like that or get anyone into any, unnecessary beef, right, between us as players and the media. But I think this is his first opportunity and first taste of what it's like to be on this stage and to not play up to your capabilities or to be out there towards the end of the game where every mistake is magnified. I think that's probably what I'm really referring to is when every mistake is magnified, there is going to be a response. And that's you guys' job to give us your criticism, and then we go home and deal with it in a healthy way.
Luka had a great game, scored as usual. Didn't even really need to get a whole lot of rebounds, assists, and to really attack the glass and dish off a whole bunch because the Dallas Mavericks were just clicking. Didn't argue with the referees a lot. That was one thing that people were saying. Kept his composure, it seemed. Didn't overreact, all those kind of emotions that he was getting criticized for. The reason why I talked about timing and context is, in hindsight, the overall picture and what people are saying is, had he not done that, maybe we would have been here saying that it's 2-2, and now the Mavericks have a chance to go up 3-2 and turn around the whole series. But because it happened in that magnitude of a game, in a huge Game 3 where you could possibly tie the series, that is what people were talking about. You got to understand the timing and awareness, whatever. So that's why it may come across as too soon to say, he made guys eat their words. But heavy is the head that wears the crown. We've all heard that saying, right? Because Luka is a superstar or Kyrie is the co-superstar, however you want to look at that duo, he's going to get that level of criticism all the time under that magnifying glass. And when you put him under the magnifying glass, that's what you saw, the whole composure. And this was something that I believe Brian Windhorst and Kendrick Perkins were talking about. Specifically Brian Windhorst with the whole, he went on a story talking about how this has been an issue for Luka even before he got in the NBA, playing in the Euro League, him losing his cool, his temperament in very important games. And Brian Windhorst was just going down that whole storyline. With Kendrick Perkins, he touched on that in combination with moments where he felt like Luka was playing poor defense. As y'all know, he had the quote where he said Game 3, that was Luka's worst playoff game he had ever in his career. That's a very big statement to say. The reason being, I don't think there's a lot of games, or I can count on one hand how many games I remember Luka scoring less than 20 points in a playoff game or having less than 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Of course, that's just statistically speaking. The fact that I could even say that, though, is a testament to how great he does play in the postseason and just as a player overall.
And when he is locked in like that and he's not paying attention to the rest, he is, a huge impactful player for us and a great leader for us. So we just want him to stay consistent on that. If we're trying to get back into the game and we need the refs, then there has to be a different perspective, a different approach you got to take. So, and MFing them all the time, it could get to them too. So I'm not saying that we're all perfect, but we got to use everything to our advantage on a positive note.
I really appreciate that Kyrie Irving can still look in the media and say, yeah, we know it's a problem. He's not running away from it. He's not trying to excuse it like, what are you guys talking about? So that's really dope to see him do that. Also, something that caught my attention that made me raise my eyebrow or at least smirk a little bit is when he said, when we're down and we need the referees to get back in the game, that's not the good time to, really give it to them and start getting angry. Basically what he was saying, that was kind of intriguing to hear. It lets me know that, yeah, they know sometimes the referees may have some biases, or you could kind of coddle them a little bit or really try to get on their good side. It's human nature. Again, I'm just glad that Kyrie could come out there and just really say what it is. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Do you agree with Kyrie? You know, do you think I'm wrong and the timing and context is perfect and he proved them right? Or do you lean towards too little, too late? This should have been done the game before. Let me know in the comment section. And as always, salute for listening. Peace.